Okay, back here with game 2 of the Solaire Club between FnoH Hippo and the losers bracket round 3 of Gold Cycle 2. And game 1 exists, and it's going to be on YouTube as well if you missed it. And let's just not talk about it ever.
If you're looking for comedy, guys, go ahead and watch it.
Like,
but
that's
personally,
fantastic.
I like some other shows for comedy. I wouldn't watch it if I were you.
It's really not worth your time. There's much better and funnier things out there, but I guess for HoN-related comedy, it's not bad.
Yeah, solid laughs, no doubt. Now, strangely enough, Legion ended up getting Cthulhu. I'm surprised that wasn't one of the first bans, because I've seen that ban in literally every HoN Tour game that I've seen in the past couple weeks.
More or less, yes.
Well, as far as games that we've casted.
Yeah, I don't think it's been every single one for me. I don't think, and you haven't been on every single cast I've done, because at some point there's only so much eventos that you can take, you know. So it's like
right. I agree with that.
You got to switch it up a little bit. So yeah, Cthulhu first pick though, obviously really powerful hero, and one that a lot of teams are really afraid of. So no huge surprise that it gets picked up after it is not banned. But Malikan and Magmus getting taken out by the Legion side. Magmus ban? Right off the bat?
Yeah.
That seems a little odd to me.
Magmus is a super strong hero.
Yeah. First ban material, though? First, I guess third ban?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Silhouette, Magmus, Parasite, and Cthulhu, I think, are slightly stronger bans. But Magmus, definitely a good hero. And I'm not surprised at all to see that as a first ban.
Yeah, I really like the Magmus ban as well, because it's such a versatile hero. You can run him... Well, I've ran him in the woods, personally, pulling a wave. Willowkeeper style, but you can also run him suicide, mid, and solo bottom if you would really want that. I think he's a really strong hero, and you can never underestimate the effect of his ultimate, first of all, and his huge AoE stun. So I like that ban.
And laning presence too. Volcanic Touch, man, especially if you're going against a melee hero, it can really screw with people, because the harass that comes out of it is kind of ridiculous. But,
what about this Bensington pick?
Yeah, there's that.
The first picks. Yeah, a hero that's never banned, so I don't see why they picked it from their first three. They should have gotten stronger heroes, in my opinion.
I mean, Swiftblade and Rhapsody are both still available.
And
I say this a lot, that Rhapsody's available, but, like, there's no question that she's the strongest hero in the game right now, and they finally do pick her up, but Swiftblade is going to make it through the first 4 bans and the first 6 picks. I don't really see why, personally, especially over like a rally.
They really do like that rally, apparently.
And that Clanks as well.
Clanks I can understand.
From
Clanks I can understand. Rally I can't, but that's well trodden ground by this point. And Swiftblade will be first banned there by the Solaire Club, so obviously not really interested in running it. Apparently that Cthulhu will be suicide and not jungle. Tempest and Parasite are both still available as well.
Parasite would be a bad pick for the Hellborn team at this point, because Legion does have a Cthulhu font.
Yeah, definitely would be problematic, of course, with that Hookem ability. But it's, I mean, it's like a hero that we never see banned, or no, sorry, that we always see banned, Cthulhu and Parasite. And not only does Cthulhu make it through the bans and he gets first pick, but now Parasite looks like he might make it through the second round of bans. Do you feel like this is making any sense at all there, Shortcan? I don't know. This drafting phase is going really weird for me.
Okay, well, I guess for some reason FnoH Hippo thought that, what did they ban? Ophelia, that the jungler player of Solaire Club could play a really good Ophelia. I gotta say, the hero is really difficult, and I'd personally always ban a Cthulhu because, well, you put a Cthulhu in lane, right? And he gets level 3, he can start denying his own creeps. When he starts denying his own creeps every 25 seconds, he gets rid of 100 GPM from the other team's carry because he denies 2 creeps. And he keeps lane control, so he gets all the levels, and their carry is pretty much screwed if the other carry, if Cannondorf in this case, just has good farm, it'll be GG already, because Cthulhu will have levels better than the other suicide, and Clanks will have more GPM than their carry. So I really don't understand the logic of banning Ophelia rather than Cthulhu.
Yeah, I mean, Ophelia definitely an impactful hero if you play it well, but as you said, it probably the hardest hero in the game to play. Like, I think that's not really a stretch.
No, Rampage for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Ophelia's difficult, but if you have a player that can play Ophelia well, it is such a bitch to go against. I mean, she has that heal, she has all those creeps to keep you in place. Her pushing presence is out of this world. It's a very, very strong hero when played properly. And if either of the teams can play Ophelia well, then it's definitely an understandable ban. But yes, I do think Cthulhu is a stronger hero.
And Midas, 4th pick. I don't like Midas personally, but where's the justification for that?
Not a bad question. I mean, his laning presence isn't all that strong. It's really hard to hit his abilities. I mean, they do have Cthulhu and Rally, which are pretty easy stuns to hit. They're not guaranteed, but they're pretty easy, and Midas can follow up. But I don't know, man. I mean, they're going to run Clank Spot. They're probably going to run Suicide Rally with Cthulhu in the jungle. So Midas is going to have to go middle unless he's supporting Clanks, which I hope he's not. I just think that his attack animation's pretty weak. His, I don't know. I would just rather see a different mid hero. I think there are much stronger picks on the board right now, like Wretched Hag.
Yeah, and like you said, you touched on Solaire, this is really going to screw up their lanes because it's not going to be Cthulhu and Suicide anymore unless it's a Midas support. And Midas, I don't think I've ever seen it run as a support, but it feels like it'd be a terrible support hero.
Yeah, not very good range, no guaranteed stuns. I wouldn't like it.
So
that's one of those heroes that needs farm, I think. I mean, he's pretty weak if he doesn't have farm.
And even if he does have farm, I feel like with Midas there's about a 5 or 6 minute window where he's really powerful, where he's got, you know, maxed out on his first 2 spells, and he's got level 2 ultimate or something like that, because it is a 4/8/12 ultimate now, and he can put out a ton of damage. Before that, he's not very strong, and after that, he's not very strong, because if you look at the damage output of his abilities, it's really not very high. Like, they start, or the flasks could do 220 magic damage, an additional 80 per flask. So maybe if you hit all of them because they happen to run in the line in the wrong way, you get like 300, 400 magic damage, which would be good. But 210 damage from the lions, and more if they go through and they heal allies. But like, there's a legitimate opportunity there to get 500 magic damage out of a 2-spell combo.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, I mean, his pushing presence is pretty strong. He can combo creeps, kill them in one shot. But I just don't think that's enough to make the hero viable.
Yeah.
The hero can be super strong if he gets a couple early kills and snowballs out of control. At that point, he is a very annoying hero to verse, especially if he gets like a portal key. But I don't see him being too viable against these high-level teams. I mean, as far as good players go, they're really solid at dodging, you know, Myrmidon Weed Fields, Midas's abilities. It's just people are not going to get hit by that unless they're already locked down. So he's going to have a hard time. I mean, with Riftwalker ulti, maybe, but they're going to have to get some really solid communication down in order for him to be effective.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I just feel I don't know. Like Midas, he's an interesting hero because, as you said, he can snowball out of control. And if there's a setup stun, that is quite a lot of damage that he can deal. And the only reason now I would ever pick him up in any competitive game is when I would be facing a pushing strat, because his counter push is good.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And the Hellborn side as well is actually pretty well set up to defend against Midas. You have 2 escape mechanisms in Bensington and Kraken, and a silence on Bloodhunter. So if Midas gets silenced, there's nothing he can do at all.
Precisely. And they're going to focus him as far as the silence goes. Riftwalker will be out of place. Hopefully she'll be hiding to get that ulti off. Bloodhunter's going to be jungling with a Suicide Bensington from the looks of it. Kraken mid, Rhapsody Puppet top. Rhapsody Puppet is a really good lane. That's a bitch to go against.
And for a hero, a Suicide Midas here that's going to rely on his Elemental Warp to be able to get out of danger and isn't all that tanky, he's going to have 3 CC tools coming at him, so...
Yeah, I mean, his Elemental Warp has not a super long cast time, but it takes a little bit, and when you're versing a Rhapsody, that's not easy to get out of, and Puppet Master is going to keep him in place. So if he doesn't die in this top lane, I would be very surprised. He has to play this very carefully.
And the range on the Warp, too, not that great. It's just 700, so it's not like he's going to immediately be out of range. Even if he does get the Elemental Warp off, it's pretty easy to predict where he's going to go with it and counter it, even if he is able to get that escape mechanism. So, bottom lane, it will actually be a Suicide Kraken, which is kind of surprising. Bensington going to be played in the middle lane, and I don't like that laning decision either from the Frogno.
Yeah, I think Kraken would probably have a better time against Rally.
I mean, I'd be surprised if Kraken didn't beat Rally.
And Splash first.
I didn't even notice that.
Can someone explain this to me, please? Please. Can someone? If they went semi-aggressive with this Riftwalker, just get his W instead of his Q, that'd be a dead Kraken every single time. But now he's actually maybe gonna get a level because this Riftwalker decided to get his Cascade event.
And not even that, just like sit there and auto attack him, man. Like, what are you doing counter warding and sitting in the jungle over here? He's got Splash. You know that by now, and now he's got Charge. But
yeah.
Like the
shared existence is strong with Clanks too. I mean, Clanks can just pound on those auto attacks, and Kraken doesn't even have his charge yet, Tsunami charge. So I mean, they could have gotten a first look pretty easily on him if he got out of position.
It's like playing but it's like playing a Pharaoh without mummy walls when you go Splash.
Oh, first item, we're first level rocket, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta get those CS.
Yes, definitely. But unsurprisingly, Bensington is beating Rally.
Yeah.
In Harass, perhaps. I haven't really looked at the creep stats. 6-1, and Bensington is at 9-2. It could be more convincing if Bensington went a little bit more aggressive. But I guess he is afraid of the Cthulhu ganking from the woods, because he is a strong ganker.
Yeah.
Really strong solo lane hero too, especially reversing just one player, that being a melee hero.
Cthulhu, though, actually taking a fair bit of damage here, will have to get himself delivered a health pot. As he...
I still don't like Cthulhu in the woods when it has such shown suicide.
I don't like Cthulhu in the woods in general. Like, it's an okay woods hero, but it's just so good in the suicide role.
I agree with you.
And
absolutely.
They had Tempest. Like, Tempest wasn't banned. Parasite wasn't banned. Why do you pick Midas and force your elephant to go woods so you can suicide a Midas?
Tempest would have been so strong with this lineup too. I mean, you're looking at Riftwalker, Rally's playing 3 heroes that can just take huge advantage of a Tempest ultimate.
Pick Solstice, man. Like, that's fine. He can gank bottom. That'd be great. I don't know. The draft from the Legion side seems just so bad. And Rhapsody are going to cut off Midas a little bit. Stop that mana pot. And there go the staccatos as well. So Midas actually taking a pretty good amount of damage. No joke, I think if Midas and Rhapsody go 1v1, Rhapsody wins that matchup. Pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm just also curious about the item that Midas decided to start with. He got a Pretender's Crown, and then a bunch of regen, and that was it. I really don't agree with that. He is, he's running to Bloodhunter right now. I think
he's in some trouble. Bloodhunter does not have a silence yet, but the staccatos are there. Will Elemental Warp right on top, trying to get the counter kill onto Rhapsody, but this is exactly what I was talking about when I said if they go 1v1, Rhapsody wins, because Dance Floor, man, powerful spell. So...
I have to say, it was really close, but the Puppet Show would have stopped the kill from happening anyways, from Puppet Master.
Even if he gets slow
it's not lethal.
Oh.
It's not lethal damage.
Anyway, middle lane is that.
Yep.
But I didn't actually know that. So good knowledge.
You learn new things every day.
I do. Because there are a lot of things that I don't know about this game.
But that is there to prevent people who are attacking their own creeps from just killing them, so that the Puppet Show ends prematurely.
I see. Yeah, that makes some sense.
Now, 5 minutes in, Hellborn is up by 2k gold, 2k experience. That's going to be rough. I mean, with the Legion draft especially, they need a strong early game for the mid game.
Yeah.
If they can get these kills and get decent farm on their heroes, they'll have a fighting chance, no doubt about it. But with their draft, I mean, with Riftwalker, with Midas, you need early kills.
And you have 350 gold per minute on both Bensington in the middle lane and Puppet Master in the top lane. So, even Kraken not having a horrible time here in the bottom lane, especially when compared to Midas.
Yeah,
Riftwalker is stacking.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. Riftwalker is stacking a lot for Clank, so that is going to be some reprieve for
Yeah.
Clank. He's going to get a lot of farm really fast.
And Army of Mums does fall. It's just the end of that. So Midas 0-2 and 0.
Saw that one coming.
Compel there on to Bloodhunter, and actually will take the Seismic Slam as well. Stun from Cthulhu, just barely going to connect. The Demoralizing Roar is in, and he silences himself, trying to get the deny, but won't be successful. Rensington is in, but not a lot of mana there. Not just enough for a Joust. That's about it. Or Nightfall.
They need that. Cthulhu needs to be roaming and getting kills. He needs to get his Chalice, his Life Tube, and just start trying to get kills across the map.
Yeah, currently at 275 gold per minute. It's actually not having that bad a time after picking up that kill. Certainly better than Bloodhunter at 225.
Yeah. I mean, the ults on this Hellborn team are just so much stronger. I mean, you have Benzington, Rhapsody, Bloodhunter, Kraken, Puppet, all of which have extremely strong ults. And on the Legion team, like you have what? Riftwalker, Rally? Cthulhu is good, don't get me wrong, but it's nowhere near as strong as the Hellborns.
Yeah.
And Riftwalker's still only level 2. I mean, he needs to get those early levels to be super effective in the mid game. And it's not looking good for him right now.
And Clank's down here at 300 gold per minute. Like, I feel like he should be having a much, much better time than he currently is. 36 and 14 CS, but...
Yeah, he's just missing out on creep kills left and right.
Yeah, you can see it right there, and he's just missing CS. So, I don't know why.
Still love Ganondorf, and you just destroyed him with your Clanks, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm talking shit.
But I think it's because he might not have been used to the hero at this point. That they picked it for him because they wanted him to try and outcarry the Puppet Master. Well, did they pick it first, actually?
They second picked the Clanks, I think.
The second
Yeah,
pick.
Puppet
Okay.
Master was picked last.
Yeah, okay. But I guess it's because the attack is so fast. People, you kind of do need to get used to it. It's not that easy because no other hero except for maybe Flint Beastwood has this attack.
Corrupted.
And
Yeah.
Terra's is pretty quick.
Yeah, true. But that hero just came out, and
That's fair.
the generic carries right now in competitive, all like the ranged carries like
Yeah.
Puppet and Silhouette, they all have an actual time for their attack, and this guy is just like pew pew, pew pew lasers.
Pew pew.
I don't know. I personally
just
find that a
keep-
lot easier to last hit with immediate auto attacks. It feels like it takes some of the guesswork out. But yeah, I
Top?
mean, like, there's about a comfort factor. Yeah,
Oh,
Rhapsody will get
top.
dropped here, but a nice silence, actually. Gonna stop the compel, and Midas now gonna get turned on as the Nightfall is gonna come in here as well. Rally's still trying to get the kill as Midas is picked off, but the rotation is complete there from the Hellborn side as they bring in the entire team. And they will get a couple of kills. So really good response there from FnoH Hippo and saving their support hero.
That was so risky. I mean, all that just to get a Rhapsody when they knew that the Bloodhunter would be in the jungle. I think that was a bad move on Solar Club's part.
Especially when the support Riftwalker was low on mana and health. Same thing going for Clanks. They both didn't have a port, and they knew they would get 0 support. I mean, it could have been a good fight had they ported immediately, and they had a Clanks coming in with like guns blazing, ulti on, double bang on someone, you know. But when
Right.
it's just like 2 guys trying to get a solo support in the enemy woods that deep, it's really grim.
Yeah, it's a waste of time, and it's really risky, I think. I mean, they could be farming, which they need to be doing right now. They need a gold increase. Puppet Master.
Yep, gonna drop the puppet show up top, and then Midas is gonna fall yet again.
Yeah, it's as we said. I mean, that Midas is just having a really, really tough time. 0 and 4, 84 GPM, 9 minutes in.
I mean, the dude just gets crushed by CC tools. You know, he's not that tanky for a strength hero, and he's got an escape mechanism which he relies on so heavily to live. So,
Right. I think Midas, Midas against Puppet Master, I mean, that's just so tough, man. I mean, Puppet Master will keep you CC'd for 7 seconds, and if he doesn't kill you by that time, I mean, he should, especially with a Rhapsody. It's just risky, big time.
and I get that, like, okay, they last picked the Puppet Master and they fourth picked the Blood Hunter, so those were both selected after the PM. And actually, at bottom lane, Kendorf is gonna fall, just barely missing the end of that. Oh well. And bot tower denied. So they really did counterpick the Midas with BH and PM, but I feel like they should have seen this lane coming and probably switched some stuff up, had Midas go middle, maybe suicided the rally instead.
Yeah, I would have liked that more.
But even Rally has issues against Puppet Master.
Sure.
I don't know what suicide does not have issues versus a Puppet
Yeah.
Master dual lane with something else. I would think that the best solution would just be to pick an aggressive tri lane, but because Puppet was picked last, they had no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Like literally the only logic I have is Rally also has an escape mechanism and is a little tankier. So if he can barely manage to survive the CC, get a compel off, then he might be able to live. But he should effectively get harassed out of that lane, and it shouldn't be a better lane, really, much if at all, with Rally than Midas. But I don't like the Midas pick.
Yeah, me neither. But what do you actually think? What if they had laned Cthulhuphant Midas top? What if they had had a dual lane top with a Cthulhuphant just denying every single creep so they keep lane control? That way Midas would be safe because he has a Cthulhuphant with him, and Puppet wouldn't have free farm because a creep is denied every 30 seconds. I think that would have been, with this draft, one of the reprieves that they could have, one thing that they could have done just to make sure that Puppet doesn't have absolute free farm plus kills.
I would have liked that. That's some good inside shortcan, no doubt about it.
Who's the priority
taking the big
farmer
creeps
in
too.
that lane, or are you just splitting? Do you think?
Then it would be minus semi-support for sure, because you really want like an early
here.
Astro. Yep.
Sorry, he's top lane, and he's gonna be okay. Actually, just running away.
Fine.
Anyway, sorry.
Tank hero. Yeah, I think it would be strong to just have farm on Cthulhuphant at that point, to have him get an early Astrolabe that they can team fight early, especially because the enemy, they have a lot of farmers. They have a Kraken, Puppet, Bensington, and a Bloodhunter, and they all need farm. So had that Cthulhuphant just gone an Astrolabe, they would have beaten every single early fight.
Yeah.
Right.
And you could even use the Cthulhu hook him to go into the woods and mess with Bloodhunter a little bit if you want to.
Exactly, and what does Bloodhunter bring to the table in a pseudo tri-lane?
Pretty much a silence, yeah.
Yeah, but
not much.
No, there's no slow, there's no stun. It's his damage output just isn't going to be that good. So I mean, yeah, you're completely right that he's not really a hero that you're looking for too much from.
Theoretically, Midas and Cthulhuphant would be a solid lane as far as the long lane goes. I mean, at level 4, Cthulhuphant can just stun and do huge damage. Midas follows up this combo dead, both of them, whether it be Puppet Master or Rhapsody.
Yeah. I think that would have honestly been the best solution for their draft.
Well, Midas would never have died. I mean, I would be very surprised if they would have died in that lane together.
And Cthulhuphant wouldn't die either, because with the change to Lion's Pride, reducing the cooldown, and making it heal a little bit more again, it would really prevent Cthulhu from dying as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're both, or all three of their CC tools are single target too. There's no AoE stuns, which means there's no, hitting both people with it. And that means that if you want to lock down both heroes, you're going to have to use 2 CC tools at once.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that they didn't think of this during the drafting, because this Puppet is really starting to get scary at that 420 GPM. He's got 75 creep kills to, well, 77 now, but Clanks has more? Yet he doesn't have the same kills, and he died once.
Yeah. It's all those stacks in the woods really helped him.
Yep.
It goes to show just how impactful like a death on a carry is. Like, it really messes up your farm.
I was talking to Certus earlier today for the games and stuff, and he basically said when a carry dies, right, the enemy carry dies, the other carry for your team, he gets so relaxed because he knows he has better farm than the other carry at that point. It just makes such a huge difference to both confidence and morale. Actually, mid.
Yep, and Ben's getting caught out here. Actually, Will fall as he got aggressive there with the joust, and it turned out that the numbers were not in his favor. So, there's a word of sight there, and I'm not really sure why they thought that was a good idea, because they should have had at least vision of multiple heroes there. They only had Rhapsody for backup, so curious.
I think he was confident with having the Rhapsody behind him, was it?
Yeah.
But there was also the Invis Bensington. Or no, Rally,
yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Well, English is hard. Brain difficult.
You have no excuse. You guys in the Netherlands speak what, like 8 languages?
Actually, like 2.
Oh. Well, that's
still more than me.
Yeah.
So props to you.
Well, 2, well, 3. Okay, 4. Yeah, alright, sometimes it's 5. Okay.
Depends who I'm with, you know.
But Hellborn side, no doubt, in a really good position here, 15 minutes into this game, and they've got a pretty solid golden experience. They get a grab counter word here, and I want to see, actually, do I have the... Oh, crap. My auto-skip pause isn't on anymore. Okay, so it is... Oh, maybe it's not.
Master picking up a Shroud. And it looks like Clanks will be opting for that Null Stone. He'll have it in about 1700 gold.
Do you like that?
I do. Against a Blood Hunter and Puppet Master, I think it's a good pickup. Both have extremely strong single target spells. And I mean, they do have single target spells to waste. I mean, Bensington could just use... I mean, not Bensington. Blood Hunter can just use the Silence to bring it off. But still, like, that Silence is a big spell, especially against this Legion team.
I don't know. I'm a little bit dubious, like, about the Null Stone, because there's too many skills to counter it. They could literally just throw out a Kraken Torrent or the Puppeteer's Hold or whatever, because there's so many single target spells that the Null Stone won't do that much anymore. I would really rather him go a Geometer's Bane or a Frostwolf Score or something, Frostburn.
Big team fight mid. Like Riftwalker catches 3.
Oh, no.
Raleigh's running away. He's going to fall here. Benzington coming in. Cthulhuphon about to fall. Kraken trying to follow up.
You guys are way ahead of me.
No doubt about it. And Midas is in a bad position here at mid.
You guys...
Enthos,
no. You're way ahead of me because of the pause issue.
And you're way ahead of me, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But apparently something's going to happen. So...
Did I just go Bricky CPK for nothing?
Yeah.
Damn it.
But he's right, it is going to happen there. Emerge onto Clanks. Looks like they're going to try to initiate on the Hellborn side. Torrent also going down, but yeah, there's a Riftwalker ultimate onto a couple in the background. Clanks and Kraken to catch a couple as well. They will finally try to kill Benzington. No, he actually gets a Nightfall off just before he dies. Still ending up living. Yes! Riftwalker auto attack, not quite enough. There goes Cthulhu from the background as well. And now Midas gets silenced and cleaned up. So that's going to be a genocide for the Hellborn side. They lose only the Rhapsody. And... they're going to take this tier 1 at least, and maybe the tier 2 as well.
A Legion tower.
So, yeah, I was trying to sync earlier because I didn't skip the pause, but I'm currently at 17, 45, 46 on the end game, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Okay, I'm at 1811, so just let me know when you're there.
Yeah, I'll pause when we get there.
Destroyed a
Once they
Legion
do take the
tower.
tier 2 tower.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, right now, all of the damage from this Legion team is coming out from Clanks and that Rally ultimate. I mean, Rift Burn is really not a reliable ability as it stays in the same spot, and they're definitely going to move out of it. But Midas, I don't know. I mean, they need that Rally Stone, they need Midas to follow up. They got picked. That Bloodhunter ultimate onto Clanks really messed them up that fight. I think they got scattered because of that. They just weren't prepared.
I completely forgot about 1811, and I'm at 1831.
Okay, I'm gonna...
I was listening to Enthos say something, and it was just too captivating. I couldn't tear my attention away.
It's an
okay,
effect,
PK picked up on Kraken actually. I'm at 1847.
Oh, god damn it. This is not working.
49, 50, 51,
yep.
52.
Riftwalker getting hemorrhaged here. I'm going to try to port it away, but it looks like we won't be okay. I'm at 50, 1855, 56. Can we just pause at 19 minutes?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm at 19 minutes.
So am I.
1, 2, 3, go. 1901, 1902,
all right.
1903. Okay.
Alright. We're back. It's fine. Apparently problems from game 1 are now bleeding over into game 2.
Thanks a lot, Candor. Asshole.
Everything is his fault. God damn it. If he just wouldn't have gotten that Nullstone, it'd be fine. But yeah, more than just the Nullstone too, I feel like he needs a Thunderclaw to farm, because Puppet Master is gonna outfarm him by a lot. Like,
he already is. I mean, Puppet Master's at nearly 500, taking that double stacked Ancients.
Right.
Riley's gonna go for a push book.
Again, Riley going for a push book instead of a PK. I really disagree with it this time. I mean, Kraken ulti is strong and you want to tablet people out of it, but I mean, you want to pick off the Puppet because he does most of the damage, of course. Well, actually, Hellborn has a lot of damage dealers. He just needs to get a really good Compel so that Riftwalker gets a really good ulti into a really good Cthulhu Stun into a really good Clanks going, yeah, balls to the wall, as they say, with his bang and ulti combo.
Right.
I mean, they need someone to set it up, and a Riftwalker ulti is more used for counter initiating rather than
follow up too.
Yes, that exactly.
Benzington
Same thing
picks
with
up
the
a
Midas.
Frostburn here.
I don't like it.
Yeah, not an item that you see on that hero very much.
I think
would've preferred
even an
that-
Abyssal.
Yeah. This'll would be great for this team.
Also,
As it is in
I
most
think
games.
Abyssal, Basho, Shrunken would have been best, in my opinion, on the Benzington in this game. Because they have a lot of magic damage on the Legion side.
I
Only
mean, even
Rally.
against a Rally, Clanks, and Riftwalker, because Riftwalker's ulti is superior.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the one thing. The one superior magic damage stun is the one from Riftwalker, and Clanks in these early stages only does magic damage with his Lackey and ulti. So I don't know. I still think Shrunken's a nice pickup versus Cthulhu, Midas, and Rift.
Puppet getting a Genjuro. Interesting pickup. Solid nonetheless.
Yeah, I think that with the Shrunken, it's not going to stop the superior magic stun, but it'll stop the damage, and it's going to stop a lot of stuns on this Legion side, as well as a lot of damage from them as well, so certainly
Right.
wouldn't mind seeing that Shrunken. And if for no other reason, then it might give him the ability to escape.
Clanks top.
Yep, actually he is dying up here as the Puppet Master ultimate goes out, and he will fall, so thank you for
That
alerting
Genjuro
me
paying
to
off.
that. And now Benzington, now just going to be fighting some illusions. But
And the port from Puppet as well. They're all going mid. They seem to be gathering up for Kong.
gonna have to kill
It
these
looks like.
rally illusions, I mean.
Here's what needs
Or
to
he's
happen
gonna
for
go
this
in.
Legion team. Oh wait, go ahead.
Yeah.
With
They're gonna
Clanks
find-
down, this should be fairly. Oh, there
Yeah,
we
they're
go.
gonna find Riftwalker and Cthulhu. Riftwalker taking a huge amount of damage from that Whiplash, and here comes a Nightfall, and gonna be a pretty easy kill despite the Astrolabe. Elephant now running away, obviously breaks those spin chains, but not gonna be enough. A couple more autos will finish him off as well. Compel is up in a couple of seconds. There goes the Hemorrhage, but he's just gonna be able to stay there, and will be just fine. So they pick up a couple more kills, and now that's a free Kongor. If they want it.
Is it? Or are they going mid? Or are they not doing anything at all?
I mean, it's a free Kongor. It's just a question of whether they actually want Kongor or not, which it appears that they don't.
But you know, Clanks is up, so they're kind of scared, I guess. I'm not sure.
I mean, if they get a couple of wards up, like, they could easily take it before they can get over there. Puppet's got ridiculous damage.
Yeah, I'm personally not so sure about the Genjuro though, because they have a lot of AoE damage on the Legion side, and I would have preferred to see something more tanky or just go more damage. The Savage would have been better, and it's... Yeah, I don't know, I don't like wasting 3k gold on getting more agility and attack speed. Of course, there's also 20 more damage, but... I don't know, I personally don't like
it's more of a pub stomp item. Like, it's great
Yeah,
for
exactly.
constant kills, but in high-level games where you know the enemy team is going to get counter wards, dust, all that good stuff, it's just not nearly as useful.
And I mean, that's 3k gold. That's 900 away from the Shrunken, actually. Release the Kraken gets dropped onto Rally. Easy kill. But Clanks is going to follow this up with his ultimate and counter on a Kraken. 1 for 1 so far, but here comes the Energizer with Bloodhunter looking for something. Probably blood. And Rapsy going to drop the stun. He does, but Riftwalker in the background actually taking a whole bunch of damage. Midas is dying a lot. The ultimate from Rapsy gets stopped by the Riftwalker. And Legion's kind of looking real good here as they're having a couple of kills, but Puppet Master is going to show up and say, yeah, I don't care. Finding the auto attacks here. Strings onto Cthulhu. Obviously, that Dream of Madness is becoming a problem, but the Puppet Ultimate will be our kill. It's a hat trick there for Art of Fuh. And they kill everybody except for that Clanks. So... there's about a half a second there where things were looking actually pretty decent for the Legion side when they stopped that Rhapsody with the Riftwalker ultimate, and they were cleaning up a couple of kills, but Puppet Master, man, they just can't let him sit there with 1200 health, no Shrunken, and auto-attack people. That can't happen.
Yeah, they should not be picking fights at all unless that Puppet Master gets a pick off or gets picked off. I mean, they simply cannot win a team fight where he's involved no matter what. They need to take him out immediately.
Yeah. Do they even have something to find the Puppet Master? I mean, you should definitely get some dust if the enemy Puppet Master decides to get a Genjuro instead of something more defensive.
Riftwalker has one.
The Riftwalker has dust, and there's counter words on him as well as Cthulhu Fence. So they've got invis detection. It's just a matter of using it effectively. And bottom lane, he's looking for another initiation perhaps, running around invis and not going to find anything. But yeah, he's just so damn squishy, and like if you focus him even a little bit, he will die very, very quickly, and that's most of their damage at this point.
And this is why I stressed the PK on Rally. If Rally can just go on that Puppet Master,
yep,
it's
Puppet
a completely different
flanks
game.
down here in the bottom lane. Couple more autos will finish him off. Yep, Genjuro crit there will get the kill. But like, look at the hero damage chart right now.
Yeah.
It's Puppet Master. Like this entire game is Puppet Master.
Just like how Cannon Dwarf was the Puppet Master last game,
Right.
this game it's Artifa.
So
Yeah.
lesson, ban Puppet Master. Still strong hero.
So the only chance Legion has of winning is Clanks needs to take over supporting. They need to give farm to Riftwalker. Riftwalker farms a staff. What happens? Riftwalker initiates on all 5 of the Hellborn team, brings them back. Rally's waiting with his ult. Cthulhu Font stuns in. Midas gets his combo off. Rally ults. Genocide. GG. Well played.
I like that plan.
no.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, really.
But no, the Genjuro of Puppet Master saves him from the
That's
worst.
true.
You can't stop a rat or a Riftwalker ultimate with that.
But then they can't see you. Rhapsody gonna fall here as Cthulhu gonna stun in onto the Benzington, who is once again DD'd instead of the Puppet Master. Not sure why, but Elephant looks like fall here. Now Seismic Climb onto 2. Benzington gonna be in some trouble still as the Joust Office doesn't go all the way through. He will die. PM getting dropped. He's pretty damn low, but the Whispering Helm doing a lot of work there. And he's just gonna clean up. So, like, they had the right idea there. They had the lockdown. They just didn't have quite enough damage to drop them before the lifesteal could bring him back up. And now Conqueror is going to be killed.
And Quincy, Elder Parasite coming on flanks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I love it.
When the enemy team is doing as much damage as they are, I guess the maximum HP is nice, but really? Is that
I'm
the
not saying
item
that it's viable. I'm just saying I like seeing it because it's fun to watch on flanks. But yeah, definitely, I agree with you on that one. Now, here's the thing about that fight is Riftwalker didn't have enough mana for her ulti. She did a Cascade event, and at that point she had not enough mana for her ulti. If she could have gotten that ulti off on the Puppet Master, he would have died, no doubt about it. And it was off cooldown too, so he definitely had it available. That's really unfortunate. That was a team fight that they needed, and at this point, yeah, 20k gold, 22k experience lead, that's grim.
Especially with this PM now nearing 600 gold per minute, has a haste rune, looking for something up top, and Clanks needs to be careful. So, I want to go back to the Nullstone on Clanks too, because I just feel like that's such an ineffective pickup. Especially against Puppet Master, who, as he just demonstrated, can still kill you, even with a Nullstone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a point I made earlier as well, about the Nullstone, about how there's too many skills that can counter the Nullstone.
So I'm just repeating things that you said half an hour ago, because that's apparently what I do now.
Oh, Puppet.
Yeah, he's going to be in some trouble there. Riftwalker ultimate going to come in, but he's not very healthy, actually. Will drop the token there, but he'll come right back up into a Kraken ultimate. That's going to help kill Rally. Running away there, not a great plan. As Puppet needs to start pounding in some damage here, and he's not really doing it. Strings on to Elephant. Benzington finally coming in with the ultimate, and will get the Nightfall down. Looks like PM finally deciding to throw in some autos as Bloodhunter joins the party as well. Hellborn side cleaning up this fight, and it looks like they're going to drop both Cthulhu and Midas there. Likely this is going to be mid-racks, as Riftwalker's already back up thanks to her low respawn timer, but there's no buybacks on the Legion side, so this is going to be mid-racks and possibly game.
I just feel that the draft from the Legion could have been so much better. Having Riftwalker full support, he needs his level 6 as quickly as he can, and putting him at full support could work if you pull the lane constantly from minute 2 actually, when it's triple stacked, and then doing it again at minute 5, then you'll get some XP. But this game, he's had some nice ultis, but to be honest, it should have been a lot better for what the hero is actually capable of.
Yeah.
And Rally jumped here once again as the puppet goes down. That's going to be a pretty easy kill. So we're nearing an immortal here on Puppet Master.
Destroyed.
Just about.
I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I don't think they want to CC this yet on the Solaire Club side.
I mean, you
They
can
have the
certainly...
AoE, man.
And they're up 1-0 in this series. So this is the losers bracket. If they win this, then they're through and FnoH Hippo is out. So you can certainly think, look, if there's a shot at us winning this game, if there is some combination of events that allows us to take a victory here, then we can't CC. I'm not sure if that's true, but apparently they feel like it is.
I saw a health flower just picked up on Bloodhunter, and I think Puppet Master is getting one as well, unless he's going for the Harkins. Which would be fun to see.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Harkins blade in competitive play.
Not a good item at
There,
all.
health flower.
Yeah, it's a health flower. I mean, it's a really good item in certain situations. Like if you have a team if you're opposing a team that's really tanky and has a bunch of physical armor, then going straight through that with a Harkins blade is great. But yeah, I agree. There are very, very few instances where picking it up makes sense.
Harkins blade is overcompensation, if you ask me.
Thank you, Mora, for that great piece of advice.
Of course, of course. Leaf's trying to push his bot tower, and you know there are 2 heroes in the Hellborn jungle, Kraken and Bennington, so
Yep.
they have a chance. Oh, they're porting. Never mind.
And Rhapsody might get caught here by the Hawk. No, Flank's not quite going to be able to get
Oh,
vision.
so close. Could've done
And
that
will instead
easily.
steal the double stacked Ancients, but a timeout, and pause comes through. We'll skip straight through that, of course. There, Hemorrhage going to be on to Midas as well as the Silence. He's just dead. Nightfall going to fall. Yep.
Massacre.
I felt
So-
it in my bones, guys.
Yeah,
The
you're
Immortal
right.
is there.
Riftwalker also going to get caught here with a nice joust from Bensington. Pretty easy kill from the Hellborn side. And the rest of the Legion side now going to have to back off. This is going to be a bot tier 2 tower, no question. And
Possibly
some
even
more
Rax.
Yeah.
But now
Top
the item
lane.
choice.
And Cthulhufan thinks he's fighting a real Bensington, but he's not. And he should probably know that. Like,
Do you really think he would know that at this point?
I mean, Bensington just used Nightfall in the bottom lane and then Joust and killed Riftwalker, so unless he's got a full map distance teleport, I feel like that's probably not real
Hellborn
Bensington.
to destroy a Legion tower.
Yes. Well, how do you like the lightning pickup on Puppet Master?
Yes, love it.
Yeah, you love it?
I love it. I love Thunderclaw. It's such a fun item, and we never see it, so I don't even care. Like, it makes no sense in this situation.
We're not
but
saying it's good. We're
Yeah.
just saying we like seeing it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to pick it up right now, except for just, oh, this game's mostly over. I've got 600 GPM. I can do whatever I want.
Let's see some lightning. Why not?
I don't think the lightning even reaches the creeps before he one-shots them with the whiplash. So that's always fun to see.
And it's not like it's a throw item either. Like, it's a good item, and it's going to provide him a fair bit of damage as well as attack speed, which he can obviously use, so...
No, really, I have an idea. Why doesn't he just get a tablet?
Yes! Oh, that'd be great. He could sell the Hellflower, and he'd have enough money to buy the tablet.
That would be an amazing thing. And the damage being put on Puppet. Let's see. Oh, okay, 670 damage crits. Those are fun. Those are lots of fun.
Should get Rift Shards.
That's interesting. Level 19 Bloodhunter
What
with
was
level
that?
2 Silence. Yeah.
PM popping the invis, and then teleporting, and then canceling.
He needed to have spaces in his inventory.
Yeah, and you can't sell that TP, because that's just cheating.
Bloodhunter
it's
getting
interesting.
silenced with Puppet Master. Big damage.
Yeah.
And then he purges the Silence so that he only has the damage.
That's some
With
good
the
interaction
bullfire.
right there, yeah. That's clever.
I like it.
Yeah, that's smart.
I-
I mean, that's... Obviously, Puppet Master silence is a pretty big deal, and so that's actually going to be initiation here, as the Legion side are desperately trying to do something. Dust finally goes out, but PM just running away. Riftwalker ultimate in the background, only going to hit Bloodhunter. In the meantime, Kraken falls, and it doesn't matter, because PM is just cleaning everything up. Perhaps the ultimate going to massively save Sir Bensington there, and that's game. Yeah, GG's.
Genocide wins.
So, bad draft, I think, is the summary of that game from the Legion side. But well played to Hellborn. 18-0 and 10
The
from
Hellborn
that
destroyed
Puppet. That's
a
a really
Legion
good game for
tower.
him.
Kind of an awkward initiation from Legion there, though. With
Yeah.
Rally
When you're
wasting
that
a
far
compel.
behind, you do not initiate outside of your base.
Yeah.
A
just
Legion
don't.
barracks has been
You
destroyed.
very much don't run up the hill and then initiate.
Mhm.
Like, outside of your base is one thing. Going as far as they did is kind of ridiculous. But anyway, final thoughts, Enthos?
GG Puppet Master. I would be very surprised if he wasn't first banned in the next game.
Me too.
A Legion barracks has
Sure,
been
Ken, what you got?
destroyed.
Well, I mean, I think it just comes down to the draft and, of course, the combination of their heroes. I mean, I think the execution could have been a lot better with the Riftwalker Rally combination, especially because with those two heroes, there's a chance for you to get a, like a 4-man Rally ulti, and those are always really fun to see.
Yeah.
But it just didn't happen this game.
No doubt. So this game will be
The
tied up
Hellborn destroyed a Legion
1-1,
tower.
and we'll be moving into game 2